Hey, Bayek, it's me, and this is my continuing series of looking through my 4K and Blu-ray collection, and I'm doing it shelf by shelf. This is shelf 7, part 7, right? So let's get on with it then. Okay, so now some things have moved onto this shelf that were on the last shelf. Perhaps you won't notice, but let's just give them a quick look again. Yes, here it is. The Evil of Frankenstein. More Hammer classics. Yeah, these over the time moved onto this shelf. Then we've got this brilliant Frankenstein Created Woman. Yeah, great. Then we've got Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed, which by now you should have seen a review of, because I've done one quite recently. Yeah, that's Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. And then we've got the Horror Frankenstein. It's the Ralph Bates one. And then finally, this one, there will be a review of this coming soon, which is Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. Then we'll get into the next. Then we've got Friday the 13th Blu-ray. There is the original first Friday the 13th. It's in a nice slip. Yeah, great film, of course, from one of my favourite franchises of set of movies. Yeah, I know I haven't got the box. I should really have that box, but I haven't got it. But I've been happy with what I've got. So that's that one. Then I've got part 2 on Blu-ray. Yeah. This is, I mean, they're all good. I love them all. Yeah, all of them. They're all great. So I've got that. Then I've got the box set, which is, well, you know, to call it a box set. It's the 8 movie collection. It's got all the 8 movies, you know, that they obviously there were certain rights problems, I think, and so they couldn't include the other 2. But yeah, there it is. There's the list. Quite a few of you might actually have this one, though I think there has been an updated version of this as well. I'm very happy. I watched these, and I don't know how many times I've watched them. I absolutely love watching this. It's one of these franchises that I go back to quite a lot. Just love it. Then what else? Yeah, now here I've stuck in Freddy versus Jason, which was very enjoyable as well. I don't know how that fits in with chronology here, but here we have Freddy v Jason. This I enjoyed as well. It's enjoyable, yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Right. I love them all, yeah, honest. And then I got this. I had to get this separate. I don't know whether this was released, a UK release, but I think I remember sending off for this. I think it was in Germany, which is, we've got Jason Goes to Hell, which is a film I thought was perhaps the weakest of all the films. But I've actually begun to really enjoy that now more. It's gone up in my estimation. And of course, this last one, Jason 10, I love it. I know a lot of people almost laugh and say, how can you like this? And science fiction and horror go well together. And this is underrated film. I'm sorry, but I love it. I really do. I shouldn't be apologising for loving this, you know. People have their own opinions on films, and Jason in Space, great, fantastic, I love it. Please, let's have more. Yeah, yeah, I love it, honestly. So that I'm really pleased to have. And then what else have we got here? Oh, and then I've got the remake they did of Friday the 13th. Do you know, I enjoyed this. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with this, really. I mean, it's not the others, but it's enjoyable. You can enjoy this one as well, the remake. Remakes, I don't always think work as well, and maybe this you wouldn't put in the same order. But I think it's good. It's a good watch. I don't think there's anything to complain about, you know. I'm happy to have this. I haven't, well, as I say, I mentioned it before. I wish I did have the big box set, but, you know, you got to go with life as it is. And I am happy with it. Even though I keep mentioning about it, but I know everybody says how good it is. And there is a 4K of Friday the 13th out, I know, and a lot of people have been very negative about that, saying it's too dark and what have you. I don't know. I haven't gone for it, but maybe if I saw it cheap somewhere, I might just go and get the original Friday. And they may start releasing all the others again on 4K individually, then I probably would go for them eventually, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, haven't got that. Right, move on to next. Now, here we have this was a great series. Absolutely loved it. This is Fringe. This is in a sort of hardcover. It's a TV series that was very much in the sort of feel of the X-Files in many ways. It was another version, a more modern version of that, but it had its own style, its own universe, and the fact that there were two, that it was great to see actors playing alternative versions of themselves in this other world. And now when those two worlds came together, absolutely great, and some great performances. Absolutely loved this series, I really did. That's first season of Fringe. Then we got the second season. Yeah, this is the same again. It's in these lovely hardcovers. But these hardcovers look fantastic. I mean, you can't argue with them, can you? Then we've got season 3. Yeah, season 3. It just developed in its own wonderful way, and I really loved it. And then we've got the 4th season. Yeah, 4th season. And this has got, it's the same as the other. Yeah, we got that on there. Fantastic. Really love it. And then finally, we got the 5th season. So we did get a conclusion to it. The 5th season, I've got sort of mixed views. It's an interesting season. Whether it's as good as the others, I'm not sure, but it's still very enjoyable. And at least we got some sort of conclusion to the series, which you can't really argue when you get a conclusion. So that's very enjoyable. Next, well, this is one of my favourite box sets. I don't get many from Arrow, but I got this. All the Fu Manchu films. This is fantastic. Christopher Lee. It's just thought, these films would never be made nowadays. The quality of the films, I think, does go down a little bit. Some people might say a lot, but they're all entertaining, and certainly 1, 2, and 3 are probably the best, the strongest. But I love something about this series. I remember watching it and just absolutely loving it. It's got a book with it, all about it. It's got postcards, and it's got all the individual ones there you can see, and they've all got great extras. This is just a fantastic series. Absolutely loved it. I was so pleased to get this release from Indicator. This is an Indicator one. I don't think you can get it now, but it's one that I did actually get, which is unusual for me because I don't always get them when I should do. But yeah, Indicator are not too badly priced as well. I think that was another factor. I mean, I love Arrow video a lot, the Arrow release, but some really are expensive. But it's such a good box set. Really is highly recommended. Though it's difficult to get hold of now, I think. And what have we got next? Now, Funny Games, yeah. This is a remake. This is I know a lot of people probably say the original. I've not seen the original one, but this is a very dark horror home invasion film, and I kind of like that feel about it. It's not an easy watch at all always, but Funny Games, you're onto something pretty good in terms of performances and acting, and you get that here. But it is brutal and it is dark, and I accept that this is probably not everyone's cup of tea. But if you like that kind of horror, home invasion, this is the one. This is it. There's quite a few good ones. In fact, I can list a whole range of them that I really enjoy. And yes, this is amongst that. I don't know which is my favourite, but yeah, this is up there. It's a great one. That's Funny Games. Then, if you're a Star Trek fan, good fan, you'll love this. Galaxy Quest. What can you say about Galaxy Quest? It's just a brilliant film. It's absolutely superb. It's just great. And, of course, Sigourney Weaver is in it. And, what a great actress Sigourney Weaver is. I think she's actually underestimated. I mean, we see her as, with Alien and what have you. She has so many great films. You look at Sigourney Weaver's filmography, and there's some great stuff, absolutely. And I love her comedy elements, and here we get the comedy. I think of like Working Girls. I love Working Girls. She's absolutely superb in that, and this is just wonderful. Yeah, and then this is essential. Get Out. Wow, everything about this is it's just so spot on, and I love it. I really do. Jordan Peele is really spot on with this film. I just think it's tremendous. I don't know. The 4K transfer is great, as I remember. And I loved all the different endings it showed in the extras, which they put in. This is really good film, and it's not what you expect. I like the way you have certain perceptions about you think what's going on, and then we get the actually what is going on. I love it. Yep. Next one. Now this might surprise people. I don't know. They shouldn't surprise people. It's Ghost. I suppose this will get. It may even have. As far as I know, it hasn't had a 4K release, but I'm sure it'll get one. It this is like a feel-good film, really. And Patrick Swayze, he's great. And Demi Moore, and of course Whoopi Goldberg, she steals it. Her performance is just great. Absolutely. I really love this film. Yeah, Ghost, great film. Now, this is a revenge film. It's quite bloody, but I really liked it. I thought it was, I don't know how many times I've seen this. I think it's one of them revenge films where you're cheering on what these badasses do, and these girls are not going to be messed about. Not really. Nobody's going to mess with them in the end. And I love the way the characters change and develop. The one that, the one that is the psychotic one, if you want to call it that, the damaged one that's really damaged. She is brilliant performance, and I love the way she changes the other character, who in fact she's helping. And just I don't want to spoil too much if you've never seen this. It's brutal, and I say it's badass, but it's fantastic. This is just I don't know. It's a film that I don't know. It's just one that I can just watch and watch again, even though I know it is very brutal, and I think it's great. Absolutely love it. Then I've got this surprised me. This is The Girl on the Train, Emily Blunt. What a film! Your expectations about when you watch this film are just changing all the time. You're wondering what is going on, and then it starts to get into you as you're watching it. And just something about this film and the performance from Emily Blunt is just fantastic. I picked this up really cheap, and it's in a slipcover, and it's just amazing. And look, it opens up the slipcover. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. I think I got this for about £1. Yeah, something like that. It's very cheap. I was so impressed with the film. Really was. Just absolutely amazing. Then we've got here. Yeah, I picked this up. This is one of my sort of classic creature features. It's Godzilla vs. Kong. Pure entertainment. And it looks great in 4K. It's a great transfer. It's a film you just sit back. You don't have to worry about anything and just enjoy it from what it is. It's so enjoyable. I wouldn't even be critical of it. Never be critical of this. I just loved it. It's a great film. Then we've got, this is another, it's called Gone, and wow, this really builds things up. It's one of those sort of tense films that you watch, and the obsession that becomes is amazing, and there's so many surprises in it as well. This is highly recommended. Oh yeah, performance is great. I absolutely love this. Again, it's another one I picked up ever so cheap, and I had such a good time watching this. It's so enjoyable. Fantastic film. Then, now, this is not to everybody's taste at all. It's the Green Inferno. It's Ellie Roth. I know a lot of people are really, I don't know why they're down on Hostel. I just say that. The 3 Hostel films, absolutely fantastic. Really love the Hostel films. And this, I suppose people immediately think of, it's his version of Cannibal Holocaust. and perhaps it is obviously influenced by that, but it's so much better than Cannibal Holocaust, and it doesn't have the animal cruelty that was real. It's a much better film, but very shocking, and I think it's great. Yeah, I really do. Yeah, it's gory, yeah, and what do you expect? It's quite gripping. It's a really good film. I don't know why I have a lot of people down on this one, but it's miles better than Cannibal Holocaust. Really is. It's just the way he's done it, and the story fits into more modern sensibilities, and I think it works well, but it doesn't shy away from the gore and what it's about. No, I like that. It's great. Then we're back to Hammer. I've reviewed this, the Gorgon, fantastic Hammer film again. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, this is on Indicator. It's one that you can pick up really quite cheap. It's fantastic. Jacqueline Pierce in this one. Peter Cushing. Amazing. Love it. Yes. Actually, I just looked at Christopher Lee as well. Yeah, of course, Christopher Lee's in it. So it's you. I mean, Cushing and Lee in the same film together. You're on. Then they've got another one, which for me it's all about reminiscences with it. He still stands up well. Is The Graduate. The Graduate is got one of the great musical soundtracks from Simon and Garfunkel. It's a great coming of age drama. Dustin Hoffman's debut. I don't know. I just think this film is great, and at the time it was really quite risque. I think. It's very, as you can see by this is the iconic cover with Mrs. Robinson. It's a great story. It's a great coming on age film, and I just love it. It's for a young lad, this is really good stuff as well. Yeah, at the time they call this the New Hollywood as well. This is part of that New Hollywood. This is a great period for films in the 60s, that, the late 60s, and fantastic. And the sound, as I say, it's something I really relate to this one. Love it. So that's The Graduate. Then, and now I've got this in the collection. Now you think, hey, he likes Grease. No, I'm not really a fan of Grease at all. This belonged to Jasmine, my wife, and I've kept it in the collection. But I was never a big fan of Grease. I found it a bit. I've even got the blooming CD as well that she had. But no. I think it's overrated, to be honest. It's just my opinion. And that song, You're the One That I Want, when it was number one for, wow, it seemed like forever. Thank heavens the Boomtown Rats came along with a rat trap and got rid of it, and Bob Geldof on Top of the Pops. I remember him tearing the photograph of these chirping two together. Oh, yeah. Now, John Travolta, I do like, but Saturday Night Fever, far superior film. No, it's not a musical in that sense, Saturday Night Fever. It's a great film. This, yeah, sorry, but there we are. It's in the collection. I've had to keep it in there, but there we are. Next, love this. Who could not love Gremlins? 4K Gremlins. There were some negative reviews about the 4K quality, but I found it fine. It's in a slipcover. I got it cheap, and it's a great feel-good. To me, it's a feel-good film as well, and the way it all gets out of hand. And now, doesn't that character look like somebody? Star Wars I'm not supposed to say out, Bayek, but there we are. Yes. Anyhow, that's Gremlins. And then I've got here, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. They're coming out, aren't they, this year with the third and final one, which I'm glad they're not doing anymore. This is so good. But for me, it's all about the soundtrack and the music, and fantastic. And it's fun. It's enjoyable. And it was when you look forward to these films coming out, which you don't as much nowadays. But yeah, Marvel, you could learn a lot from these. Yeah, excellent films. So that's Guardians of the Galaxy. 2 films. And I love the unboxing there. Oh, the covers are good, aren't they? Yeah. Fantastic. Right, what else have we got? Now, we're on to 4K Halloween. Wow. I love these releases. Halloween and Friday the 13th, my favourites of all the horrors, more than the Freddy ones, actually. I just think they're very enjoyable, the Halloween films. So yeah, that's the first classic John Carpenter film that everybody who likes horror, hopefully, they should really have in their collection. It's essential Halloween, it really is. Some great extras and whatever on here, but yeah, I was this doesn't often happen, but I managed to get these 5 releases on 4K. They were expensive, but there we are. So that's the first one. And we've got the second one, Halloween 2, a great sequel. Gorier in many ways, always is, and it's just amazing. Again, the hardcovers and that, yeah, fantastic. And then we went to Halloween 3, which is another brilliant film, but totally different. At the time, I think fans weren't as pleased because there was no Michael Myers in. But as a film, it stands out so well. I really enjoyed it. As soon as I saw this, I remember seeing it thinking, wow, this is great. And I still love it after all these years as well. Great. Fantastic. Then we've got number 4. Still enjoying him. Still enjoying him, I am. With Donald Pleasence still going on as well. Donald Pleasence. What can you say about Donald Pleasence there? Fantastic. Oh yeah. Absolutely adore that. And then finally, we finally got to the end. Yes, we've finally... I've been going on a bit today, so we've got Halloween 5. Yeah, there it is, Halloween 5. And, of course, the Halloween continues on the next shelf, which you'll see in a few weeks' time from this. Yes. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And please subscribe if you want to know when I produce these videos. Please comment as well, and give it a like. It helps with algorithms, and it's all cost note. And I'm just interested to hear what you think about all these things. So we'll be continuing the series, and all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.